What's up, people? Thank you for joining me for another portal reading. Y'all, we are already approaching the seventh portal. We are moving into the seventh month of the year, which is July. And man, 2022 is flying by and has been very eventful. I don't know about y'all, but for me, it's been one thing after another, and not necessarily in a bad way. I was just telling somebody earlier today that I'm so thankful for my intuitive gifts because things that would otherwise be depressing or overwhelming, um, I am actually very hopeful and optimistic about. And so I thank God for my gifts. Not to say that I don't have my bad days or my bad moments, but intuition is everything, y'all. And so I encourage you to stay tuned and tap in and connect with me if you're needing some assistance with building your intuitive muscle, because I personally can say that it has been very helpful to me to invest in my intuitive health, my spiritual hygiene, and make my spiritual journey um, my priority. So, with all that being said, I hope that you all are well. Like I said, we are in actually a new month. Shout out to the energy of July. We have our a sun candle here that I got from Five Below. Um, if you're not familiar with Five Below, it's like a little general store, kind of like a Dollar Tree, but everything is $5 or less. Um, just got that sun candle present so that we have the fire energy and the air energy present, and also the energy of the sun, because that is the energy of the sun is so potent as we have crossed the summer solstice. And I pray that you all are taking advantage of that energy. And speaking of the sun, um, the Sirius Gateway will be open from July 3rd through 7th. And if I'm not mistaken, that is when the star system of Sirius is in alignment with the earth. Sirius is our spiritual sun. So like the earth has a sun that provides creative energy and light, the Sirius star system is our spiritual sun that provides an abundance of creative energy, life force energy, and light. And it is what the ancient Egyptians used to create scientific methods, and a lot of the ancient methods that were created. Um, the Egyptians relied heavily on the Sirius star, and so we are to do the same as we are tapping into ancient wisdom and how to utilize those energies moving forth. So again, that's July 3rd through the 7th, which takes us right into the 7-7 portal. And whenever we have a portal, y'all know we are needing to tap into the energy of that number numerologically. So say as we're tapping into the energy of the number 7 is a very introspective um, energy, a time to make sure that you're not only enjoying this summer energy and getting out to play and nurture your inner child, but also balancing that with time to rest and reflect and think about some things in a more in-depth manner, to meditate, and to also invest your time and energy in the pursuit of truth, because the number 7 is very much a number of spiritual mastery and completion. Think about it. 7 is super significant. We got 7 days in a week. We got 7 main chakras. We got 7 colors in the rainbow. 7 is a very foundational number upon which bigger, more innovative, and creative things are built. The color associated with the number 7 is the color purple, a color very much associated with high priestess energy and the third eye. So if you are being intentional about working with the energy of 7, working with the 7-7 portal, you want to make sure to work with the color purple, whether that's wearing purple, painting your nails purple, eating purple foods like eggplant, plums, meditating with the color purple, taking a bath with the color purple, be it with color flowers or some kind of color powder you want to work with that energy of the color purple and tap more into your intuitive abilities, your intuitive wellness, your intuitive health, because that is the energy that's coming in. So you want to be intentional about being in alignment with the energy that is already present and being gifted to us. The element of the number 7 is water, hence us being in Cancer season, which is very much a water element. So you're needing to tend to your emotional health. The intuition and the emotion go hand in hand, y'all. Those are associated with the water element. So work with water. Take your spiritual baths. Make sure that you're drinking pure quality water. Get you some spring water. Make you some moon water. But make sure that you're staying hydrated and you're working with the energy of water, and also being intentional about your emotional health. The number 7 is also associated in tarot with the energy of the Chariot. The Chariot is an introspective energy, and it's kind of like when those internal energies manifest and start to show in the external. So when you make up your mind that you're going to do something internally, you've got your motivation for why you're going to do it and even how you're going to do it. That's that Chariot energy kicking in that makes you move forward with it in the external and make changes or moves in the external. If you're not familiar with the energy of the Chariot in the tarot, make sure to check out me and my girl Autumn with entertainment. We did a episode on the Chariot that's in the entertainment playlist, and hopefully we'll be back with some episodes of the entertainment segment series for you guys soon. She and I both experienced some major transitions since the last time we recorded together, and so we're hoping to be able to align and bring forth more content for you guys with entertainment. But in the meantime, we got 7 or 8 dope episodes already recorded for you if you're wanting to tap into the energies of the major arcana, as we have explored the first half or the first quarter of the Fool's Journey. So check those out. Make sure you're tapping into the energy of the number 7 as we are approaching the 7-7 portal on July 7th. Read up on, study the Sirius Gateway, as the Sirius star system aligns with the Earth. Many of you may be familiar with the term Syrian star seeds, because those are individuals who exist in the Sirius star family. And many of us are Sirius star seeds here on Earth, having been natives, or trying to think of the words, inhabitants of the Sirius star family at some point. So you definitely want to do that research. This is a good time to do so. And it's basically just a high frequency energy portal that we are to be intentional about working with and utilizing to enhance our creative abilities, to enhance our intuitive abilities. Like I said, it's our spiritual sun, and we also are to be intentional about working with the great mother Isis during this time, also associated with the Sirius Gateway, because Isis is the supreme high priestess, also known as Aset. She's the goddess of all magical knowledge. Where my water? Because I'm starting to get tongue tied. She is the goddess of all magical knowledge. So you're wanting to work with the Great Mother again in alignment with this Cancer energy. As we are in Cancer season, just had a new moon in Cancer. We are to make sure that we are nurturing ourselves. We are to make sure that we are tending to any mother wound issues that we may have and nurturing our inner child. I, for one, made a tea blend the other day specifically for Cancer season. So when I feel like I need that motherly hug, even though my mama is available at all times for some good motherly love, if I'm needed to love on my inner child, I can fix me a cup of that tea, sit down, chill out, and just give myself the time and attention that I'm needing, because there are things that come up, be it consciously or subconsciously, during this time that you may need that hug. You may need to get your herbs and your crystals and your do your energy work to nurture yourself, and also nurture yourself via play. I do have a class coming up on Tuesday. If you're interested, let me know. And we're going to be talking about playing, how important it is that we tap into our inner child and that we play. So tune into my Instagram, Twitter, because I'll be putting out the information and the details for that soon. But it's going to be via Zoom with my Project Butterfly Houston sisters. You all are more than welcome. It's totally free. We meet every Tuesday, and this Tuesday I'll be presenting. So I'll definitely be getting that information out to you guys. Stay tuned for that. Sign up to the Turquoise Majesty the mail list, so that you're getting this information even if you don't catch an episode or follow me on my other social media platforms. So y'all know, now we got a little backstory, a little history, a little content about this 7-7 portal and the series gateway and the energies that are coming along leading up to the Lions Gate portal in August, on August 8th, the 8-8 portal. Y'all know we usually pull from the Alice in Wonderland deck to get a look into our portal energies, and so in keeping with that, we're gonna pull from Alice, the Alice in Wonderland deck, see what she's talking about, and also see what's being activated with the Gateway of Light activation card. So y'all give me a second. I need a water break. Now we can tap in, see what's going on. I also have the Gateway Oracle cards here, so I may pull from those too. We're gonna see how it goes. See where the spirit leads us. I am so interested in seeing what's up with this 7-7 portal energy, because the number 7 energy is no joke. It can be very intense, because it's leading up to that abundance energy of the number 8. So Father God, Mother Earth, ancestors, and spirit guides, we come to you in this moment first and foremost, thankful, grateful for your love and light in each and every message and lesson that you provide for us. Thank you for the healing that has taken place up to this point via Turquoise Majesty and otherwise. I pray for each and every individual present listening here for their healing, and I just ask that you bring us some clarity as a collective as it relates to the 7-7 portal. What energies are coming in for us? What can we look forward to or need to be knowledgeable of with the 7-7 portal? Y'all see how they came out late. The number 35, break it down to an 8. Never jam today. Promises that never come to be. Empty words. Not living in the now. Y'all, Alice is here with a bunch of sweets in front of her. She got too much. She got more than she can handle. She like a kid in the candy store. She got a lot going on. And the message being never jam today. This is the message of having so many options and so many blessings and so many things before you that you may feel overwhelmed or have too much going on, that you overpromise and underdeliver. You never want to do that. You don't want to do that to yourself, and you don't want to do it to nobody else. So this is the energy that could very well be coming up for us as we enter into this 7-7 portal. Some things come into question about our integrity, because if you saying one thing and you doing another, or you overdoing it in some area of your life, that's going to come to fruition. I am going to read the message in the book before we see what's at the top and the bottom of the deck. It says, Alice couldn't help laughing as she said, I don't want you to hire me, and I don't care for jam. It's very good jam, said the queen. Well, I don't want any today, at any rate. You couldn't have it if you did want it, the queen said. Oh, smart mouth. The rule is jam tomorrow and jam yesterday, but never jam today. When the white queen makes her outrageous statement that jam is for tomorrow and for yesterday, but never for today, Alice realizes that no one is ever to get any jam. When this card comes to you, what can it mean? Well, it is likely that someone's making promises that sound like there's plenty on offer, when in fact it's extremely unlikely that they will ever deliver and come through with all the wonderful things that they are attracting you with. You see, when this card comes, someone's claiming that they can do a lot of good for you, but whether they are offering a pay rise, a good time, or a commitment, it is never to be. Wow. The promise is never ever delivered or enjoyed today. They exist on promises of a better future and the memories of a wonderful past, but they will never make good on their promises when it most counts, and that is today. Fortunately, Alice is not at all attracted by the offerings of the White Queen. She literally does not want the jam, so she cannot be manipulated. But those who do want the jam could be forever living in the hope that one day they'll get jam. The fact is, this will never ever happen. Listen to the person making you some rather wonderful promises or boasting about how much they can offer others. When will they deliver? Are they always talking about the past and planning for a wonderful future but struggling in the present? If so, it is best to be like Alice and have no desire for promises which will never be fulfilled. Words are plentiful, but deeds are few. Thinking that the past and the future are better than the present. Being attracted by promises of good times and abundance that may never be kept. Boasting of plenty but never enjoying it in the moment. Manipulation and withholding. Demanding results in the present and work towards satisfying your desires yourself. Don't buy what they are selling. Ooh, y'all, listen. What this is telling us is that this 7-7 portal energy is going to call us to look at where we may be finessing others, ourselves, or allowing ourselves to be finessed by people who always promise that they're going to do better and don't. People who are always focused on the past, who did what to them, what they used to do, what they used to offer, but in the present, they can't deliver. And that is so important that we are mindful of, that we have our third eye and our physical eye open to what is being presented to us in the moment. I don't give a damn about good deeds you did for somebody in the past. What are you doing now? How are you living your life now? How is your integrity now? How are you showing up in the present moment? I don't give a damn about promises of doing better in the future. Put up or shut up. That is the energy of this 7-7 portal. That is the lesson that we are being called to master, and that energy is going to support us in that endeavor. And it's not just an external energy or about someone else trying to finesse us, because when we look at it, if we look in the mirror, there may be some ways that we finesse ourselves. We tell ourselves, I'm going to do it tomorrow. I'm going to take care of it tomorrow. I'm going to start that business tomorrow. I'm going to work out tomorrow. I'm going to save some money tomorrow. I'm going to be more independent tomorrow. If you give me 2 more weeks, I'm going to be able to pay all these bills on my own, or I'm going to take that trip. I'm going to plan that trip. We put things off in order to avoid and procrastinate or never do things in the present. Or we focus on the past. So-and-so did this to me. My mama never showed me how to save money. My daddy left. My granddaddy was abusive. We focus on things of the past so that we don't have to take accountability and responsibility for what's not working out in our favor or answering our calling in the present. Yo, that is such an intense energy that I honestly am excited to explore. Now, for some of us, that might not be fun because it's going to rip the veil away from our eyes, and we're going to see some people's manipulative ways. We're going to see where people are trying to, like in this picture, butter us up with sweets and gifts and candies and pleasantries. And you see the look on Alice's face. She's not amused. She actually looked like, I'm on a diet, my nigga. Get the fuck out of here with that. Come real, come correct, or don't come at all. I got diabetes. I don't eat sweets. Fuck out of here. Never jam today. You either can show me today, or you cannot be in my tomorrow. You can be a fixture of my past. Y'all, what if you being called to check yourself like that, yo? An aspect of yourself. What can you do today to make you closer, to get you closer to your goals? What can you do today to get you closer to healing those things within you that keep you stagnant and unhappy? I'm curious to see what's at the bottom of the deck. Mic drop. Number 24, break it down to a 6. Use your time well. Make every moment count. Ain't nobody got time to play with y'all. I tell myself that sometimes when my lower self start trying to rise and have me making excuses and procrastinating. Girl, I ain't got time to play with you. We got stuff to do. Use your time well. Don't take for granted the time that you have. Get it done. Because the right moment that you're in alignment with what it is that you want, it will pass you by. If you don't do the thing that you're being called to do, if you don't step out on faith and have the courage or the integrity to get it done, and stop putting things off for tomorrow or dwelling on yesterday. How long are you going to allow that to be what holds you back from living your best life, from answering your calling, for living in the fullness of who you were created to be? That is such a dope message. I'm loving what this 7-7 energy is bringing in for us. And I'm actually being called to pull from this Gateway Oracle instead of the Gateway of Light. And so we're going to switch that up a little bit and see what else this gateway is calling us to. Baby, that message was pretty plain and clear, but you know I'm a little extra. So let's see here. So please clarify the message that came forward from Alice with never jamming today and using our time well. Clarify the message coming forward for us. What's the urgency? Why are we needing to take heed? Ooh, Lord. 3 messages. Flying free. I unfurl my wings and fly free. This is such a liberating message because somebody out there has been putting off their liberation long enough. And if you don't move, the universe will move you, especially if you have a calling to answer and you're allowing your fear or something external lack consciousness, some person, something, somebody's ill advice, a job, attachments, addictions to keep you from answering the call. You need to unfurl your wings and fly. Take that leap of faith and free yourself. Because only you, with the decisions that you make, can free yourself from prisons of your own creation. And when you free yourself, you'll start something fresh. Here we have the yin and yang symbol, because a lot of us are being called to integrate our masculine and feminine energy, to create that balance and that healthy state of receptivity and action. Just the right amount of rest and receptivity and openness and divine feminine energy, that nurturance, and the right amount of action and power and authority, that divine masculine energy, because a wonderful new beginning is blossoming in your life when you set yourself free. What is it that you're afraid of? How is it that you trust God so much, but don't trust that if you free yourself, you will free up space for positive things to come, for miracles to occur in your life? And you don't even gotta do nothing to get them. You make one step, God will make 1,000 on your behalf. But you have to step into stillness. My power is born in the majesty of silence. There are things that you're being called to do that do not require an announcement. It don't require that you get on a bullhorn and tell everybody and show out. You don't need people to help you do it. All you're needing or being called to do is listen to your intuition and be still. When you're quiet in the majesty of your silence, the answers will come to you. But you're going to have to follow your intuition. You're going to have to be in tune with these moon cycles. You're going to have to be in tune with the energy of the sun and the energy of the moon, because the sun will provide clarity. The moon will illuminate those things that lie in the dark, in the shadows, that keep you from making the moves that you need to make. But you need to go inward and listen to yourself and stop relying on the advice of those outside of you that does not resonate with you. If it resonates with you, that's your intuition agreeing. Cool. By all means, there's your confirmation. Bust moves. Do what you need to do. But not without taking a moment to step into stillness. And at the top of the deck we have, and it was in reverse, soaring into joy. Childlike wonder fills my life. This is very much a time of play. And this card came out in reverse because that's exactly what we're needing. That's what we're at a deficit of. We're needing to play. We're needing to let go and trust that, like in the innocence of a child, we can go out and play and not have to worry about how we're being provided for or how things are going to work out. We can step out there. Have you ever noticed how kids will just do shit? They don't put off for tomorrow what they can do today. They don't dwell a whole lot on the past. They will move on from some shit in a minute. That's the innocence that we're needing to tap into and soar into joy. Stop making excuses. Stop dwelling on the past. And let childlike wonder fill your life today, not tomorrow. Don't dwell on the childlike wonder of yesterday. Make sure that you're having joyful, abundant, pleasant days today. Because you'll look up, honey, you'll be 75 still dwelling on that same shit. And at the bottom of the deck, listening with your heart. I trust the messages I receive from my heart. Y'all, we are very much in an energy as we have moved out of Gemini season and into Cancer season. Gemini is a very logical energy. A lot of being in your head. We've moved into Cancer energy, which is all about water, emotion, moving into your heart center. working on your heart chakra, paying attention to your emotions, tending to your emotional health. So I hope this message found you all well. I hope that you guys are going to be intentional about working with this 7-7 portal energy and the series Gateway. And if you are needing to have some further, more in-depth conversation about this energy, I am available until July 8th, at which time I am having oral surgery and don't know how long I will be offline. But as soon as I am able to get back to you guys with support, I definitely let you all know. Again, make sure to sign up for email updates. I thank you guys for being a part of the tribe, a part of the community. I thank you for your support, and I hope that this message finds you well. If it did not find you well, I hope that it leaves you well, and something was said that inspires you, that lifts you up, that convicts you enough to make a change in your life. Because y'all, these energies are going to get more and more intense as we move throughout this cycle, and I want us all to win. So with that being said, my co-winners, my co-creators, peace.